In OutKick.com host Tomi Lahren. Tomi, here's some more Democrat concern. An advisor to Democrat donors telling Politico, quote, "Our only hope is that he bows out. We have a brokered convention or he dies. Wow. Otherwise, we are expletive dead." Democrat lawmaker telling ABC News this was like a champion boxer who gets in the ring past his prime and needs his corner to throw in the towel. It is time to talk about an open convention and a new Democratic nominee. Tomi, as you well know, the number one question we have asked you on this program for the better part of 2 to 3 years is, will Joe Biden be the nominee come November? So, in light of last night, will Joe Biden be the nominee come November?
Oh, Todd, you know I've been saying this for 2 years now. No, I do not believe Joe will be the nominee. But I'll tell you this. There's a lot of people saying that Democrats are shocked, that they're in panic. And I don't believe it. I don't buy it for one moment. They're not shocked. They know this man. They've seen this man. They've seen everything that we've seen and more. They've tried to convince us that there is cheap fakes, that behind closed doors, he's a different man. They know better. They know this man just like we all know this man, and perhaps better. So I believe last night he was allowed to fall flat on his face. That's why the CNN moderators didn't come to his defense like many thought that they would. I think that this was just their last effort to show the American people that Joe Biden cannot be their nominee. It will give them a giant excuse when they can bait and switch him out, which I believe will happen sooner than later. So I do not buy the shock and the awe. I believe that this has all been part of the plan. And I also would like to say that shame on Jill Biden for allowing her husband to go out there and embarrass himself like that. It's time to have a moment within the Biden family and do what's right, not only for him, but for our country. He's not going to be the president for another 4 years, and I'm not so sure he's the president right now. I'm not sure who is, but it's really disappointing for our country.
Well, California Governor Gavin Newsom was in the spin room, and after the debate, he was asked if he would be open to replacing Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee. Listen to how he responded.
I will never turn my back on President Biden. Never turn my back on President Biden. I don't know a Democrat in my party that would do so, and especially after tonight. We have his back. We run not the 90-yard dash. We are all in. We're going to double down in the next few months. We're going to win this election.
So would love for you to respond to that. And also, Tomi, something that happened all night long is that there were open conversations about replacing Joe Biden following this debate performance. But the names that were mentioned were Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer. Nobody's talking about Kamala Harris, which I'm sure is a secondary concern now for Team Biden.
There hasn't been discussions about Kamala taking his position at all. Not even top Democrats have even floated that idea. So I'm sure that that doesn't make her too happy at the end of the day. But to Gavin's comments right there saying he would never turn his back on Joe, let's pay attention to the way that he phrased it. He didn't say that he wouldn't run. He said he won't turn his back on Joe. So the way that I think this is going to go down is that Joe Biden is going to step down and he's going to turn to Gavin Newsom, who has been his good little soldier through these many, many months. And so when Gavin Newsom tells you he's not going to turn his back, no, he's going to accept the nomination or accept the position that Joe graciously gives him. Pay attention to the way that Gavin talks about this because it's very important. I still maintain it's going to be Gavin Newsom. He's been running a shadow campaign for over a year now. Nobody else has put in the work that Gavin Newsom has on this. So I believe that it's going to be his nomination to ultimately lose.
Well, there are already articles written about how you would replace President Biden as the candidate, which after a 90-minute debate, that damaging, this conversation is happening right now. We'll see if it continues. What do you think, Todd?
I think they know that they're in trouble, but Tomi raises some excellent points. Was this the plan all along? And great job, Tomi, parsing Gavin Newsom's language. Politicians speak in a certain way to fool us. Tomi Lahren, not fooled. We thank you for your time and your insight this morning, as always.
Thanks, Tomi.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.